이게 봐봐요. 이게 이제 나무 이렇게 가운데 싱이 들어가 있잖아요. 여기서 들어간 나무가 보면은 결합이 많이 생겼잖아요. 이게 이제 대각선으로 아까 보면은 이 나이테가 눈금 하나가 1년이에요. 봐보세요. 여기서 여기까지가 지금 100년이라는 거. 네, 알겠죠? 그러니까 이게 얼마나 더디 크면서 그 생명력을 오래 보관하고 있는지. 위치, 이제 바둑판으로는 나무가 가장 적합하다. 사람 중심으로 되어 있기 때문에 이 바둑판이 마음판이에요. 속에 있는 내면에 있는 부분을 다 끄집어내서 여기다가 표현하지 말라고 그래도 여기다 다 그림을 그려요.
The key is not to lose a game, or otherwise the top pros probably won't play.
I don't care about that. Who wants to play the top pros? Who wants to get their asses kicked?
Me?
So Andy decided he was going to be insane, more so than usual. He's going to try to win 40 games in a row playing against other people online. He has 21 hours remaining.
No, I need a 4.
He does not need to this guy involved, right? So what number win is that?
There are 2 ways you can get very good at this game. One, you study very hard and take lots of good lessons. Think hard, study, do your homework. The other, you play maniacally for days on end without stopping.
Every time I go to Go Club in the Flushing, I always encounter the Andy Liu, who is about 80 years old. He already become very, very strong already. I would say he's a genius. He might have some mutation.
I don't know how his social skills are. But on the Go board, like, he's obviously a monster.
He has 18 wins, 0 losses, so he needs to win another 22 more without losing any to make it on time.
Andy, he doesn't train. He just plays 20 games every day online. But doing that, he's now the strongest player in North America, I think. I think he's stronger than me now because of his weird style.
You have 5 minutes.
It all comes down to this.
I got it.
Yes. Oh! There we go. $60 in the bag.
I didn't think you were going to make it. I did not.
I've never seen anyone play this much in my entire life.
Once you reach a certain level, if you live in the United States, you don't have anyone to play in person. I mean, there's this tiny handful of people who are really serious about it. And actually, if the bar for being serious about it means going to Asian training, then maybe I'm the only one. When you win a game, you feel great. You think about staying in Korea, think about how great it is. And when you lose, you think about, you know, going back to the US, going back home, giving it all up. It's just highs, lows, all day, every day, for years. I've had these times where it's like, I'm living my life with these tiny Asian boys and girls. And I'm just like, where am I? I have no choice, given the things I care about, and given the speed at which I want to improve. Yeah, I don't have much of a choice.
Where did my wife put the filters? So we got the coffees here, and cake if anybody wants it. All right. In 1975, walking down 57th Street, I go by a little game store, and I noticed that there are two guys playing Go. I walk in, I say, "Hey, you're playing Go." And they said, "You know that this is Go?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." The rules of Go are very simple. It's played on a grid of lines. Two players take turns putting stones on the intersections. Once stones are played on the board, they don't move. But stones can be captured and removed if all the empty intersections around them are occupied by their opponent. The goal of the game is to surround territory with your stones. At the end of the game, whoever controls more of the board wins.
When you are playing Go, you're often kind of zoomed in to one corner of the board, and you're thinking about what's going to happen locally as a result of making this move. So I'm going to go here, and then black's going to go here, and then white goes here, and then black goes there. Oh, I see. Okay, what if I go here and there, and blah, blah, blah. So you're really zoomed in, and you're focusing. But the thing about Go is that that's happening all over the board at the same time, right? Those little situations are emerging here and here and here, and each one of them is its own tactical puzzle. But they're all subtly connected, because the outcome of this tactical situation is going to exert an influence on this one. You have these rules, they're simple and in a way obvious, and yet they lead to this rich, ambiguous, complicated, subtle, hard to predict, and hard to understand set of possibilities.
Go is so complex and so open-ended that it requires the intuitive and the aesthetic part of the brain as much as the analytical part. So it rewards creativity and analysis simultaneously. And it's never boring. Every game is different.
Go is by far the toughest strategy game for computers. In chess, there's about 35 legal moves on board at any one time. In Go, there's over 200. And so if you want the program to look 4 moves ahead, it has to look at 35, and then 35 for each of those, and 35 for each of those. In chess, in Go, it's 200 times 200 times 200 times 200. There is no brute force search for Go, and there never will be.
The only way to simplify that, to be able to manage it, is to have a feeling for the game, and that's the right brain side of the game, where you go, I don't know, but this feels right. Go is a game that really fits the human mind very well. It fits with who we are. It fits with our ability to take a lot of disparate information and make patterns out of it.
下围棋，如果你想到职业棋手的话，是需要非常艰辛的一个路程。你必须要放弃学业，而且大概是从10岁左右就要出来，要每天从早上8点半到晚上10点。
They start at the age of 5 or 6. And then become pro like 13, 14. From our experience, the younger the better.
你看他的桌子摆放方式，所有的都是面对于，就是现在马锁着。
I only could go back to my hometown like once a year or twice a year, and I remember like every time when my parents called me, I cried and I said, "Oh, I miss you, and I wanted to go back." And my dad always said, "If you want to fulfill your dream, you have to stay there. You have to study. You have to work harder." Most of the people who want to become professionals, they give up the education because they don't have enough time to study both. Becoming professional is their dream, so they can give up everything.
灵魂深处对围棋有信仰的人，才会去走这一条路。
It's very different when you're trying to take something which is not a part of a culture and add it to a culture. So here, these are all of the old pictures. I mean, I'd always liked it, I always played it, but I couldn't find other people to play with most of the time. That's just the way it goes.
In the 50s and 60s, I rarely ran into another Go player. If I met somebody who was Asian, I asked, and usually they didn't play either.
There was a time when I think the AGA membership was in significant danger of just going out of existence. Terry Benson took over, and he was served as president for 10 years. And my belief is that he probably saved the AGA.
The AGA had fallen to 200 members and nobody was doing anything, and there were checks left in a drawer. So they immediately drew me into the circle. I started playing Tournament Go, and within 8 months I was editing the American Go Journal.
We were sitting around just talking, saying, we ought to have a big tournament. Invite everybody from the whole country, you know?
One point job. I've got the move right here.
I want to see Go become a cultural, normal thing in America. And it's going to take a while for that to happen in America. But I think that someday, if somebody says, oh yeah, I'm a Go player, they won't have to explain.
I've been dreaming and preaching and arguing for growth and promotion as the #1 priority for the AGA for many years. We're 75 years old, and to have a membership of 2,100 or 2,200 after 75 years, it's breathtakingly sad, honestly.
Like, what does the normal college grad do? I mean, like, who wants to work in a corporation? Like, everybody follows rules. There's cubicles. Like, you have to work in cubicles. Like, every morning you receive a memo. Like, you know, like that kind of environment. I'm a little bit afraid of that.
I could, try to play Go better, but that's not meaningful in the sense that it could be a career or whatever. It's just not a career path.
This is every pro who became professional from one of the 3 schools. Right? Going back to the very first one, which is my teacher. There, you just don't go. You don't go to A. You don't breathe the rarefied air of A. But that's all. That's top professionals study group, basically. And this door, I don't know, what do you think? Can I open it? I can go in. I hear people in there.
我们一直都说中日韩三国是《三国演义》，一代一代接下来啊，而且一代比一代显得更生猛啊。
英式杯可以说是在围棋比赛中的这种奥运会，它的冠军是40万美元。
물론 서양의 체스도 있지만 그것과는 사실 비교가 되지 않을 만큼 더 오묘하고 훨씬 더 지적인 게임이거든요. 인간이 여태껏 만들어 놓은 것 중에 가장 어렵고 가장 지적인 게임이죠.
네, 먼저 중앙을 행마를 하고 나서 나중에 두면 이거 버리죠.
네, 선수 교환을 하고 들어서 사는 정보인데요.
そうですね、囲碁はその魅力をこういろんな人に伝えていくというのもプロ棋士の大事な役割だと思っていますので、自分で勝って賞金を稼ぐということと同じぐらい非常に大事なことかなと思います。
囲碁界のレベル全体、世界の囲碁界のレベルが上がることが大事なんだって、そこにみんながやっぱり目を向けて、特に専門家の場合はね。
At the highest levels, what the pros are thinking about is several orders of magnitude more than what any of the amateurs think about. Everyone starts as a beginner where you know how to put the stones on the board, how to capture, how to get to the end of the game. But every level above that, you're learning something. The ranking system starts at 30Q. As you improve, you move up. 20Q, 10Q, 1Q. Then you enter the black belt master ranks, 1 Dan, 2 Dan to 9 Dan. And above that are the professionals, Pro 1 Dan, Pro 2 Dan, all the way to Pro 9 Dan.
I'm Gregory Marshall, and I'm in 16Q.
My name is Rachel Small. I am playing as a 9Q.
My name is Larry Morningbank. I'm theoretically a 6Q.
Somewhere around 5Q, at least in my experience, it starts getting a little thick. It gets a little tougher to move up.
Oh, Lord, I've been a 4Q for so long.
Among the Dan level players, we, Q, have not yet begun to learn.
You'll almost definitely play at least close to 1,000 games to become a Dan player. After that, you're on the road of playing serious Go.
When I was around 4Q, 3Q in there, I became convinced I'm going to have this game down, you know. And then you get to 1 Dan, 2 Dan, and you start realizing, oh crap, I don't know anything.
For the top amateur players and all the professionals, what they are considering, what they're thinking about is almost beyond my comprehension. They will be thinking about 20 and 30 move sequences, using their knowledge base of shapes and patterns. At the top level, they are in a different world, frankly.
You know, in the past 20 years, a lot of AGA organizers, they put a lot of time and a lot of effort into youth activities. We have built up a collection of awesomely strong kid players. And we needed to be in a position to give them some kind of a next step.
My name is Myung-won Kim. I came from Korea, and I'm certified Eindan professional from Korean Go Association.
Myung-won came over as an ambassador for the Korean Budok Association. First thing he said to me was, well, we need a pro system in the United States.
You need to have a professional system to help geniuses. You know, just one or two people, one or two geniuses can change the picture.
He came back and said, I found you a sponsor. And they've agreed to support the qualification tournament. And I said, oh, well, now that might be different.
Good evening, and welcome to all our distinguished visitors as we witness the first qualifying tournament for the AGA Professional Certification System.
There will be 16 finalists, and they play to pick two professionals.
First time outside of Asia that an organization is certifying professionals, but we will have our own unique American brand.
It's very much a beginning for us because we really don't know what an American professional system is going to look like.
So what did you get? Did you give me anything?
I got Pringles, beef jerky, Doritos, and Nick juice.
Welcome. We will be playing 3 rounds today, 2 rounds tomorrow. The winner of this tournament have the opportunity to go to North Carolina this summer to compete to become one of the first 2 homegrown and homemade American pros.
At meetings, I derided the idea that this country was ready for a pro system. That being said, it was an opportunity that was hard to say no to.
Back in the States to play in this professional tournament, you know, it's not the seriousness of Asia, but I think it's the first time in 10 years where I've seen a serious stab at it.
That work.
Easy. Because of the shortage of liberties, but here he's just not going to. You didn't turn. So now he's just going to push and play here.
Ready to kill him.
Could get ugly. I like ugly games.
Well, his play style is hyper-aggressive, with no regards for his own safety or the safety of his opponent.
For the ABA Pro Selection Tournament, the winner is Benjamin Lockhart. And third place, undefeated, is Jiwan Liu. An invitation to the first AGA Professional Selection Tournament, Thursday.
The tournament was great. I thought like the muffins were great, the chocolate chip cookies, the coffee.
22, 23, 24, 26, 27. Actually, I need a container for this shirt, so I'm just gonna do this. Help yourself? Sure. How much is that? $7.80. What do you say? Dude, I think you're number 2. That's my opinion. I think Calvin Sung's... No, Calvin Sung... Yeah, dude, we're gonna be playing a lot of poker, but like we'll be careful about getting enough sleep and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna take it pretty seriously. Yeah, dude. Do you understand that like I've been training for a long time in Korea? Like, do you know what I've been? Seriously. Well, not yet. I don't think I'm ever gonna go to college. I think it would just be like too much time of my life. Oh, dude, I mean, the most important thing to me is winning, period. I don't care about, like, the beauty of the game anymore. You have to fight. You always have to fight. Always resist and fight. I mean, that's dope.
从围棋起源来说，实际上是很神秘的。我们中国讲历史上下5000年，就说我们就把它算成，比如说5000年前，因为上古的那个历史的记载本来就是很多都是传说。
棋的起源呢，这个据记载啊，他就用一个网把它罩住。那这样呢，它呢就在这个点中间呢，就可以把这个星星叫什么，那个叫什么，那个叫什么，在这个网的点上把它。
The oldest evidence we do have is 6th century BC. At least then we had clearly a Go game, but still we don't know how big the Go board was that time.
In China, traditionally, Go was one of the 4 fine arts. There's music and painting and calligraphy and Go. And when Japan acquired the game in the 8th century, it was considered as a fine art.
前期传到日本这一段，肯定是在唐代以前，应该是在让围棋在日本有了，就其他中国啊什么的，就有一段时间差得非常远。
こちらが囲碁伝道資料館です。ここでは囲碁の歴史を紹介しているコーナーです。
In the tale of Genji, the game of Go is mentioned. So we know that Go was played by the Buddhist clergy. It was played at the royal court.
因为在古时候啊，日本是一个等级很森严的国家，但是围棋它给普通人提供了一个上升通道，下棋下得特别厉害的人有机会和国家的领袖可以有机会和他说上话。
During the 17th and 18th and 19th centuries, Japan was the center of the Go-playing world, and it was regarded so highly that they decided to subsidize Go. And during the entire Edo shogunate, from 1612 for the next well over 200 years, the best Go players enjoyed a stipend from the government, and it just produced a whole string of tremendous players. Go Seigen was a Chinese Go player who was discovered when some Japanese players visited China and brought over to Japan. And even before he was 20 years old, he was one of the top players in Japan. And they organized a series of 10-game matches between him and other leading Japanese players. And he won almost all of these matches. Over time, he defeated all of the other strongest Japanese players. He sort of changed the flow of the game.
子供の時に王先生の対局姿をちょっとね、昔ですからそう簡単に近づけない。遠くからこう拝見してる時でも、王先生の後ろだけ後光が差してるように僕は感じたわけよね。でも皆さんがそう見えたから僕はまあ郷先生の後ろにそうだから僕らからしたらね郷先生は人じゃなくてもうずっと上の方なんです。全然次元が違う。
こちら、五千円先生の署名の小判です。これは、70年ぐらい前かな。
All right, everybody in? No, what we have to do is like let each other show off by laying down something really simple.
I'm happy with that.
For the other person to show off. So like Andy on the track. Is Andy on the track? Is Andy on the track? And it's Andy on the track.
The Go Congress is the national gathering for 400 dedicated Go players. If you play Go, it's the place to be for a week.
This is a Go board in the shape of the United States. This is blind Go, and the white pieces are flat, so that players who are blindfolded can tell what they're doing. This is spiral Go. This is the 3-4-6-4 tessellation. Oh, somebody just got captured. Two Goldstones just got captured by red, green, and blue.
This is my 26th Congress in a row.
Go had to take the place of sex for me for a year, and it's kind of scary how well it did.
Well, I have Go tattooed on my back.
Even though the stones don't move once they're on the board, they kind of develop it in sort of cloud shapes, forming and reforming.
It's an iconic Congress because someone goes pro, first U.S. pro. That's amazing.
Outside of Asia, we're the first Western country to do this.
We're going to find our Bobby Fischer, who's going to energize the whole country, and we will become internationally competitive.
So the main thing about the tournament is that we have a couple of constraints. One is we only have a week to do it in. But two, we need to be sure that we've selected the strongest people. So one of the best ways to do that is a double elimination tournament. So people come in, they start playing here, and as they win, they go through this bracket. If you lose, you drop through here, and if you manage to beat everybody else, you can still manage to turn up as one of the pros. They need everybody to come up here and initial by it, indicating that you agree with the rating shown.
I really want to thank you all for coming here. When we decided to try this difficult experiment, we put American Go on a new heading. And we don't know exactly where it's going to wind up. We're trying to make an American Go community where when someone decides to put as much time and as much effort and as much passion into the game as you guys have, they can go as far as hard work and talent will take them.
All right, it's the official start.
How did I manage to lose that game? Unbelievable. You lost, Dylan lost, Ben lost. He threw it away. You got your ass kicked. Dylan got his ass kicked.
I am so fucking pissed right now.
You're not allowed to. I know. No, but I really threw it away. Really whooping his ass. All game.
I thought I was I had the entire game. I thought I was just controlling the entire game. And eventually, I ended up losing that much.
How much?
7.5, dude.
Shit.
Dude, that was biggest upset in Go history, I think.
Oh my god, your arrogance. Both your arrogance and arrogance.
Oh my fucking god, dude. This game was way too huge.
I know.
You can't lose the first game, dude.
It's huge. You really can't.
One of the striking things is time just disappears. You're so absorbed in the game, and it's just the most refreshing thing. Instead of having all this clutter in your head and worry about things, you're just absorbed in this ideal world of the Go board. But it's a long process, and somewhere in the middle of the game, one has to encounter, or one comes to terms with one's own imperfections, certain kind of impatience or fear or greed, and it's like some of the beautiful elements of the Go suddenly become clouded with all these other emotions. So it's
At the heart of Go is a concept called emergence. How do you go from something that's obvious to something that's non-obvious, right? How do you go from something that's simple to something that's complex? So Stone's empty neighbors are called its liberties. And I can capture a group by filling in all of its liberties. When there's one liberty left, we say that that group is in Atari. Then, with one more move, I can capture them. Now this group is harder to capture, because if I try to put a white stone in the middle, it actually gets captured first. So instead, I have to surround the outside first, putting black in Atari. Only then can I play in the middle and capture them. Now, what about this group? Even after I surround the outside, wherever white plays next, white would be captured first. So actually, black can never be captured, because it has these two internal liberties, which we call eyes. And any group with two eyes can never be captured. A fundamental strategic concept in Go is to make two eyes when your groups come under attack. Now, there's no rule in Go that says you can't capture a group with two eyes. It just follows necessarily from the existing rules. And this is a very simple example of what we mean by emergence. So there are lots of examples of this in the world. How do we get from atoms interacting according to the rules of physics to thinking? How do we get from the material stuff of the gray matter inside your head to the sensation of being alive, to consciousness? And it's hard to see how it's even possible that they could arise from the operation of simple deterministic rules. And yet, here's Go to show us that it's all of a piece, right? That those things can exist, that the mysterious and the obvious can exist in the same square.
So I'm playing against Justin Tang next game.
Nice. Who's Andrew?
Burrell is losing.
Andrew is Dude, I'm going to be playing Matthew Burrell, which means I'm going to be covering the unofficial white man championship.
I think he's the strongest white guy in America, but that's not saying anything.
Well, we'll bet on that game.
Really?
I'll bet on Matthew.
Really?
바둑 안에 숨어 있는 보물을 봤기 때문에 이 많은 용품들을 만들어냈다고 보면 돼. 그리고 이런 나무들이 지금 건조하는 중이에요. 저런 나무들이 이렇게. 네. 그늘진 데서 10년, 많게는 10년. 여기 두께가 이렇게 두껍잖아요. 이게 최고 두꺼운데 형님 중에 두 번째 형님, 여기 속에 우리 장인,
49년. 바둑판 이거 13살 때부터 이것만 나는. 이거 바둑판에 올려놓고 오고 제독이 놓고 올라가고 내려가고 올라가고 내려가고 그래요. 이거 손으로 다 그려서 한 거라고 이거. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 이렇게 딱 찍은 거. 딱.
이제 바둑 조개가 이렇게 커요. 따가지고 이것도 조개가 죽어가지고 한 몇십 년 바다에서 묵혀져야지. 이 나무가 은행나무 우리 국내에서요. 은행나무 나이가 이게 한 500년 정도 됐어요. 뭐든지 의미를 둬야 되잖아요. 보시면 이제 거기 저 새끼 거북이가 바둑판이 왜 나무로 만들어졌냐고 이 지구라는 표현을 하기 위해서 나무로 만들어졌고 표현하려고 여기다 바둑판을 나무에다 만들었더라고요. 내가 지키고 계속 이렇게 살아서 나가야지만이 이 내 영토가 되면서 내 집이 확보가 되면서 내가 살아가는 길에서 확고하게 자리를 잡고
Yang Jing just made a call in Calvin's corner, so Calvin's still struggling, but he's probably done.
I kind of wanted to go further, but I mean, these people are too strong.
That is one white tee down.
Last whitey standing?
At a White Castle to celebrate. I'm just happy that I'm not fucking out.
Yeah.
You can see the competition sparking among them, and you can see how the games seem to be inspiring them and driving them that much further. And that's everything you can hope for. And so right now it's been a dream.
In America, it might be very difficult for to push like a kid to study more than 10 hours. They don't study that much, not like Asians, but still, I think it's possible to be a very good professional. There are always like a pros and cons. If you want to gain something, you have to sacrifice the other one.
I grew up doing little math puzzles and games.
I was thinking, you take me, I take you, then that, I would go there or there. Nice.
From the ages of 9 to 15, Go is just the thing I was always by far the best at and most talented at. There was this time where it's like, I'm 16, I spend my time studying Go, walking the park, but my priority was always just like getting outside of school and outside of having to be somewhere.
Andy and I would just stay there all night playing online or against each other for 6 or 7 hours and get fast food or whatever food was open at 4 a.m. Both skip school the next day. And you develop too much of a relationship with something, and then especially if you don't suck at it, it becomes impossible to pull away.
中国有一句古话叫一朝不胜满盘皆输。
日本的围棋代表团第一次来中国访问就是60年，但是他们跟日本对抗完全不行，根本下不过，差很远。
For a long time, China was trying to catch up with Japan, and Korea too, and eventually they did. And for historical reasons, in China and especially Korea, beating Japan is very big.
上世纪60年代左右，中华人民共和国建立以后，围棋得到了是最大的一次发展。对，因为政府重视，以前从来没有过，从来没有过。
They started producing some strong players. In the 1970s, China had Nie Weiping, and he could beat most of the Japanese pros, and he did it repeatedly. And this, of course, caused a sensation in China.
最高兴的是应该是什么呢？就是中日擂台赛，我连赢了3届，而且都是奇迹一样的。特别是赢了棋之后，能接到像邓小平打来的祝贺电话。
As for Korea, one of their strongest players was Cho Hun-yun, who made pro at the age of 9. And when they started playing international games professionally, he won the first Ing Cup.
우리나라의 조훈현 구단이 중국의 서비평 구단을 물리치고
응창깁의 세계 대회의 패권을 차지한 싱가포르 웨스틴 스탠포드 호텔 특설 배국장입니다.
갑자기 하여튼 우승하고 보니까 그 오픈카에 타야 된다고 해가지고 그래가지고 하여튼 뭐 어쩔 수 없이 이제 뭐 당사자니까 타게 되고 그러다가 이제 뭐 종로 기원까지 김포에서 왔는데 정말 나도 모르는 사이에 하여튼 좋은 뭐 경험이라 할까. 예.
세계대회에서 뭐 조은영 응창기배 우승한 이후로 그때 굉장히 많이 싫어졌고요.
세 차례에 걸친 우리나라 국내 모든 타이틀의 천하통일.
The attitude towards Go was changed totally. We became thinking like Go is not a philosophy but a game or sports.
那么年龄呢也越来越小，我们基本上是从那个幼儿园小班开始培养了。
If you become pro at the age of 13, then you can have a good chance to become world's best player. But if you are already 15, you won't have any chance. At that time, it was not considered as late, but these days, too late.
刚开始学起的时候是日本的一种风格，比较讲究一种形态美，而现在来说，如果是靠竞技的角度，可能就完全是走不通的。所以这个就是目的，就是为了取胜吧，造成的原因。
And it's black. No, black doesn't want. There's too many liberties.
There's 7. Okay, yeah, just one. Yeah, black. I don't think.
Oh my goodness, dude! Like he's not clutch.
What do you mean he died?
I said Brandon's not clutch.
That'd be pretty bad.
He's gonna be so pissed. This video bitches.
That's okay. Went so fast.
No, I don't think you're bad. I just think that. Wait, why did you connect though? You want to kill more?
I don't know. Hallucinated. I thought either way lived.
Wait, why is Andy? Wait.
Of course Andy's winning.
Dude, but why do you play so fast? You have so much time. Like when he went down, why don't you like take 30 minutes and figure out almost all the variations? Sloppy, dude.
I got sloppy.
Anyone? It's going down. I'm gonna tear him apart. Got me the thing. Come on in, take
I spent several hours in front of the Go board every day for the past 2 years. I mean, the first time I didn't sit in front of a Go board for 24 hours was my plane ride back from Korea a week and a half ago. And then the first thing I did when I landed in New York was go upstairs. I've never, I mean, it's the only thing where I've ever just given 100%, you know?
my ideas about life the only consistent pattern is that the way you should spend your life is by playing around with your brain. What else are you gonna do? You're gonna run around like trying to get super rich and just kind of engage in all sorts of like carnal pleasures. And that's what you're gonna spend your life trying to do. I don't even know if that's, well, that's pretty gross to me. I'm just saying it's not easy to feel, it's not easy for me to feel okay with things in this world.
I want to spend all my time in the world of Goat. And I don't really want to spend much time dealing with the real world.
On a scale of 1 to 10 right now, I'm like 7.5 pissed. Dude, I think you should quit Go, dude. Like before, I thought I started a chance to beat Andy. Like right now, I don't even have to beat. I can't even beat them. I was lucky, but I did not play well. I did not play well. I just want Andy to lose a game.
Dude, it can't happen. Andy can't lose unless he wants to. It's fucked.
Dude, that's definitely not true. Gashin, please be huge next. I can play you. Oh, I know your stuff. Oh shit. If you beat Andy 2-0, I'll finally admit privacy always love the peace.
I'm gonna be in the finals playing Andy Liu, and he's a strong opponent. I just think he has a different mindset, and he doesn't play the normal moves, and I think I just gotta play solid with him, not make too many mistakes, and try as hard as I can.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm sort of like a perfectionist, so I think our brain power is not nearly enough. I mean, multiply our brain power by 1,000,000, and our imaginations will still not be rich enough. Take every possible configuration of matter in the universe, arrange the universe into all possible configurations, and you'd come up with some pretty intelligent beings. Hyper-intelligent beings who just look at the world and then the ability to predict everything that will happen afterwards. My lifetime goal would just be to be reincarnated in a far higher being. Imagine an intelligent being that does not have an ego. It won't have emotions. All it would be able to do is just perform endless calculation. And yeah, he that would be a computer, I guess. I don't know.
You're too territorial, man. Dude, you should have a lot, man.
No, Americans Go players very slow in the beginning, but this game they are fighting, so it's kind of different style. this Andy and Gaishang, they're kind of close to Korean style, I think.
No, Andy and I, we've been friends since 2000 maybe. We know each other for 12 years. And we've been like rivals, like, you know, he went back to China sometimes to learn Go, and then I went back to China, and then we just kept on doing that.
Andy doesn't care about the prize money. Andy cares about like his like theories and his thoughts. And that's like me too.
The more I think about it, he's just not a normal person.
No, you need to be like that, dude.
To be good
at
at
just
it.
like study the game and be a normal person. And, do
I'm actually, I think I'm quite normal.
You know who's just a normal, like...
Do you think I'm normal? Ganshin's pretty normal. Like, he tries to hit on girls. He likes girls.
He wears a necklace.
Andy, you know what? I don't think Andy likes girls, you know. I think maybe he does. I don't know. When you really ask him, he's like, no, I don't care. Maybe I... But Ganshin and I were clearly, like, almost exactly the same. Like, we do a lot of shit the same. We think our thoughts are the same. Like, you know, play Go, try our best. If we can't, we lose. We go back to college, you know, have some fun with some girls, and then, you know, get a degree, and then, you know, start working, have a good life. That's, like, our thought. But, like, I don't know about Ben, but Andy's thoughts are, it's all messed up. He doesn't know what he wants.
Andy has managed to go undefeated in all of his games, all the way through. And so he is in the final best out of 3, and he is up 1 game. So if he is to win this game, then he would be our first certified professional.
1 minute, please.
How much time do you use?
50.
Oh, shit. Hey, I made Andy use more than 30 minutes.
I think Ganshan should play much better in this game. And Andy, on the other hand, played fast in the beginning, so then he made a few mistakes. So maybe he was too confident, probably.
It looks certainly like he's confident about what he's doing. He's playing so fast. This thing in the lower left corner blew my mind. And he's just putting stones in everywhere. Isn't that Andy's normal MO though? Just play fast and super confidently?
마지막 순간이 바둑으로 마무리가 됐었어. 눈 볼 때 마지막 추억이라고 할 수도 있고 마지막 봤던 집중력, 신경을 좀 많이 쓰게 될까요? 아무래도 그런 거 아무래도 이제 또 꼼꼼하게 검토는 하게 되죠. 끝이 없으니까 인간이 이게 정복을 못할 것 같다는 생각이 든다고.
Andy appears to be irritated. Andy appears to have not foreseen what has begun to happen.
If he connects those two stones you're talking about here at Q12, then that would be one big eye, and White would need to find another eye.
I actually beat Andy in New Jersey Open when he was 4-down. So I actually have a win against him, so it will be kind of cool if he becomes the first pro and I can say, yeah, well, I'm 1-0 against him myself. He was very young.
Dead? Oh, he's dead. He's dead? It's a false eye.
Ooh, those guys got cut off. Nothing. Oh, those guys are dead. Yeah, they were
Well, you were
always...
right. He had a chance to connect.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys were always a target. She just wasn't.
Well, it's obviously 50-50 now, right? Whichever one that takes the next game is the first pro. Yep.
Andy, what happened?
You're so territorial. Like, territory everywhere.
Yes. Yes. See? I told you. Dude, Andy's not that much stronger than us. let's go eat. I'm trying to eat back. Yeah.
The average human lifespan is a bit short. I would prefer to be living for like maybe a few thousand years or so, like experience. Like that would be enough to learn a lot of things like that I would want to learn. I would prefer not to put myself in the thick of things, but just watch our evolution from, or like. Ideally, I would like to be blessed with a prodigious imagination and just create my own worlds in my mind. You would be the ruler of your own imaginary universe without actually, like, subjecting other people to your whims. As long as you don't feel stupid and just living in your own imaginary world, it's pretty enticing.
바둑 자체가 너무 지금 어렵고 일부분만 극복이 됐기 때문에 글쎄 뭐 바둑판 앞에 앉으면은 사실 일단 바둑에 빠지기 때문에 바둑에 대해서 이제 막 열정적으로 빠졌을 때는 수도 없이 많이 꿈을 꾸고 그리고 어떤 자기가 생각하지 못한 또 굉장히 절묘한 뭐 창의적인 그런 모양이나 그런 정석이나 뭐 부분 접전이나 이런 꿈들을 많이 꾸죠. 어느 정도 실력이 되면서 뭐 하면 할수록 너무 어렵다는 것이 뭐 세계적으로 아니면 역사적으로 이 최고의 기사라고 할 수 있는 사람들도 수준이 낮고 아직은 바둑에 대해서
很多像比较出名一点的棋手，然后他们会坐在棋盘前面坐一晚上，
就空盘。
对，他们不会去下，也不会去看书，就是坐在那去思考。
小さい時から五千円先生の碁はもうたくさん勉強してきたし、違った碁ができる一手一手未知の世界に入りますね。必ず
피카소든 뭐 모네든 그 그림 따라한다고 해서 되는 게 아니거든요. 예술이라는 거는 자기만의 뭔가 색깔을 닮아서 그렇게 만들어가는 게 예술이잖아요. 그냥 바둑을 이겼다고 해서 그렇게 전설적으로 남지 않습니다. 바둑의 뭔가 패러다임을 조금씩 바꿨다고 보는 게 맞죠. 저도 그러려고 노력 중인데 아직 좀 많이 부족한 것 같습니다. 예.
40年以上前かな。コンピューターがどんどん大きくなってる頃に、コンピューターの専門家の方に、これからもっともっとスーパー的なコンピューターができますよ。でも、そこまで行くのには、この19と19度の広さ、宇宙的なことで、そこまでこれをやっつけることができることになったらば、それはいろんなことも、もう時代がだいぶ違うでしょうから。
Anyway, today's about you. Today's about you and how you're gonna lose the Gongchen. But make a bunch of excuses about it. I mean, he played well against me, but like, I mean, can you replicate that every game? Because I don't know. It's in the bag. I mean, What are you guys thinking about the game?
Oh, no idea. Encourage you guys. Beat him.
He's got to get that group out anyways, and it's just a question of whether his other group is strong enough to get any type of a double attack going between the two white groups, right?
Yeah, well, that's what this is. The last 10 moves have been all about.
Here, if black invades, this white group doesn't have much territory. So I would say in this exchange, Andy has scored a minor victory.
I'm getting scared Andy's gonna overattack again and it's gonna bite him. No basis for this opinion on him. He's a good one. He's gonna overattack again and lose something like he did yesterday.
Oh boy. They're jostling for position in the middle. So now it's kind of like an arm wrestling match in the middle. If whoever pushes the other guy away
is going to have a big advantage. White has won the arm wrestling competition. He's kind of got black surrounded now. Seems like Ganson scored a very major victory in this fight.
He's obviously completely enclosed now. But if he can survive, the game is great for White.
Black was quite prepared for that, threatening the double Atari on one side and the two-move capture on the other. Now Andy's thinking.
There's been like 3 times when Andy's been all over the place confidence, and the other guys managed to throw a wrench in the works, but I think he's still okay.
30 seconds. Of course, Ganson tries to kill the entire group. This is extremely exciting. Now, Black has no way to live. He has not enough ice. Now, the only thing he can do is he can push and cut off the middle white group and the corner white group, neither of which are alive either.
This is a nasty race.
So right now, Andy is definitely winning because Ganson's middle group is dead. Oh man, this is terrible. I think Ganson probably made a mistake in reading.
Well, that's the end of the universe.
If you're still playing a game, please pause your clocks for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the first U.S. certified Go professional, Andy Liu.
下次你要知道齐了，
哎，下次知道齐，
知道齐啊。
Gentlemen, please pause your clocks for 1 moment. I would like to present the second U.S. certified
Andy Liu, confidentially come up. These two emerge as the proper team and are achieving the first AGA certificate as professionals.
AGA champion pa rin.
They deserve all honor and high hopes of their future. Green tea, 5 different kinds of green tea. When you make these teas and drink these teas, you can remember this experience.
So AJ will send you to the 5 biggest tournaments in Korea. You are not just individual, like a Go player anymore. You are representing American Go Association as well, and American Go community as a whole. So if you become that strong and hero and make a lot of money, and then there'll be like 1,000 of the kids who like to learn Go because of you. They want to be like you. We are just in the first step, and we'll keep going.
It may seem like the same as it was a few days ago, but everything's changed.
No, I went into class. Apparently, we get our own business cards.
Oh, well then.
Yo, where's Ganshin? Oh, right here. You get it. You get. Is that weed?
No,
Oh.
BC card, LG cup, Samsung cup. We're all
more.
invited.
All invited? Like, you don't even have to play in the pre-qualified. You guys do.
Without precondition.
A main
invited
tournament?
one, yeah.
Out of 32 people, there's going to be 2 American players?
Yeah, they invite associations.
Oh my goodness.
And we get our own business card. With the AGA.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say.
What was your question?
Like what? When do you think it might go to Korea to like play in these tournaments?
I'm not sure.
My intention is being, taken away by this game. So.
I'm not gonna leave a good thing in Korea. When I say it's a good thing, it's like as opposed to what? You get your one adventure while you're still alive. Like what else am I gonna do? This is the thing that I'm best at. Take your talent to its full potential and see where that goes.
Factoring in all that, like, I just don't even care. Like, okay, whatever, better or worse. And to live in a studio apartment for the rest of my life, like, that's not changing anything about the fact that everything's what you make it, and, like, treated my brain the way it wanted to be treated, did it what it was asking for, and made myself happy, as opposed to, like, lie to myself and living in a suit that doesn't fit, and, like,
I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit scared for him. Like, I don't know. Like, he's not gonna thrive. He's not gonna survive in a corporate like setting. I know that. Will he be okay if he like just spent the rest of his life like not as an outcast, but just like an unusual like member of society, like just a
Neither of you fit into society very well.
Neither of us?
Yeah.
I think I have the ability to fit.
You do? Okay.
Like, I try to watch my stuttering, for example, like, because the only reason I do that is because I look for, I guess, more precise words to describe myself, but that's not how most people speak.
If you don't want to work, what are you gonna do?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, if you're not gonna go find some random job.
Just in time.
Oh, so you are trying?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then.
A job is important. I agree.
Hi.
So we have to find, I think if we go downstairs, there's going to be more stores and you can get a cake.
Yeah, I'd love to get a cake with a 99 on it. Cool.
And we'll find other ways.
I was expecting rolling green hills. Like he lives on top of a mountain or something like that.
Yeah, that.
Hope he likes the cake.
Please have water. I will. Please.
先生のあれ、こっち側がいい？
旧暦を今年のパパの誕生日のお祝いします。ちょうど100歳。リーさんもう一つあれそれ2人でHappy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. みんなで2の3。最後。時期を。頭つけた。割り切りし。白とは黄色。割り。ここは教師。
Better hit the key point.
白はこの荷物でもよくない。
3軒じゃん。
これ大きいね。これ大きい。
What year? 1942. It was his first game of Jubango.
北朝先生とよく徹夜でやったんだよ。そうすると夜中になるとお酒がくためちゃって明けあると今度目が冴えちゃって、日本人の近く玉突きをやった北先生が眼鏡を外して勢いでのに5分ぐらいかかる。
He's talking about the time when he was young. They didn't have time limits sometimes the time limit was long. And so the games would go on throughout the night.
私があそこにいた時に京都のお寺さんその時に大変うまい子を歌う。いてだけ当たりを打って負けちゃった。 社会先生もお師さんもみんな惜しい。惜しいね。こうね。当たりをお叩けてその子だけそれを世界の人間に幸せにする、それだけいいこと、ああやってよかった、それで今日おめでとう。みんな
He's tired.
What are you thinking, Andy? Wasting too much time on Go?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
I mean, I've envisioned myself doing other things like instead of Go. I mean, like having not learned Go, and I think you can still do all of these things because you're still very young.
It's not true. It's the problem is that once you make the commitment, you're kind of
Committed.
committed.